Hey, welcome YouTube and everybody in the comic community to Sunday Chat and Chill with Scarpad. Scarpad's Comic Treks. Back after a long absence, haven't been here for a while. So I thought I'd jump up and tell you guys what I've been up to and talk a little comics and horror movies and so forth. So I've invited a few people if they're around. I know some people may stop in and say hello. But right off the bat, let everybody know where I've been. Basically, I sold my house. I'm moving. So what you can't see all around me in my ready room here is stuff being packed up and boxed. And let me tell you, after living someplace for almost 25 years, it sucks. So what I did is I rented a huge, gigantic metal dumpster, 4-ton dumpster, and got rid of about 80% of my stuff, along with my hair, as you can see. Got rid of some of that. And now I'm down to what I really want to keep. So I've been packing and boxing and packing up about 4,000 DVDs and Blu-rays, and comics are all sitting here. I got about 20 short boxes there. I got to get moved at some point. So what's happening? Hey, Sam, how you doing? I threw you an invite, so if you want to come on, check IG. The link, the code is there if you want to jump on. But so what I've been doing is getting ready to move. My house has been sold. I have technically till the end of July, although they said I can go longer. There's no rush on that. And I had a bong. Yeah, well, my bong is in the other room. Right now, the only thing I got is a Heineken Light I'm sipping on here. It's extremely hot here in Massachusetts. It's about 93 degrees. Very humid. So in the midst of all that, I've been trying to stay in the air conditioning a little bit and trying to pack and stuff at the same time. But, and of course, last week, a couple of days ago, I twisted my foot. So I've been dealing with that, trying to hobble around and do things at the same time. So, but after you lived someplace for 20 years, packing stuff in boxes, making decisions about what to throw out, what not to throw out. And at the same time, I've been trying to get my mom's house in order so I can go live there with her. And I have a whole remodeling thing I'm doing in both the bathroom there and in the basement. The basement will be my new bat cave, so to speak. It'll have all my entertainment stuff, my comics, my ham radio gear. All that stuff will be there once the room is built. So that means dealing with different people on doing construction and throw in the whole COVID stuff into the mix. It just has been fun. So hopefully within the next few months, that'll all get going. And I'll be able to move in there and finally move out of here. So things will be a little, iffy between, now and then. And in the midst of all that, FedEx, which is one of the worst, I don't like FedEx. Fucking FedEx. Every time I have FedEx, hey, Batcave, how you doing? I sent you a link, Batcave, up on IG if you want to jump in. Come on in. We'll talk for a bit. But FedEx either doesn't leave my stuff, or they say they need a signature and they can't leave it, but then they do. Or when they don't need a signature, they don't. Or they leave it at different doors every time, so I never know where it is. Or here's the latest thing from FedEx. They shuffle the stuff off to the post office. So say, for example, they FedEx things into the distribution hub in Massachusetts, say Quincy. Then from there, instead of FedEx delivering it themselves for some unknown reason, they shuffle it to the United States Postal Service. And now, because I'm in the midst of a move, I've gone ahead and I've got myself a P.O. box to kind of transition away from my address before I move into my new location. So all my stuff is being rerouted from my address to the P.O. box. And that hasn't been too smooth either. So somewhere in the midst of all that, FedEx managed in the handing over of my monthly comics from a discount comic book service who, for some ungodly reason, uses FedEx as the delivery service, has basically lost my month worth of comics since things started picking up. So everything that started coming out in the last 2-3 weeks, independent-wise, Marvel-wise, and DC-wise, about $85 worth of books is I don't know where. They say delivery is pending. Check your P.O. box. It doesn't say when things are coming. It's about a week, 4 to 5 days overdue. I haven't contacted the discount comic book service yet because they'll just tell me to keep on waiting. So I don't know when or how I'll be getting any of these comics. But it's been pretty much all my new comic haul for the last month or so. So because of that, I haven't read a lot. I've actually started reading again last week. I hate to say in order to do that, I've gone to some of the squirrely sites, say on the internet, where you can read things online. I figure, hey, I paid for the fucking books. I own the books. I just don't have the books. So I gave my monies. I want to read my comic books, and I haven't been able to. So there's, especially the independents and stuff that, like Something's Been Killing Children and Red Mother and, some of the Batman stuff. I've gone online and I've went up to a couple of those sites that I might know of, and I've read a few of the books just to keep up on what's happening, because I don't know if I'll ever get my comics. They're somewhere in limbo. So there's been some interesting reads. Basketball of Heads concluded. Daphne Byrne came out. I think they finished Dollhouse Family. I haven't started that yet. The Batman stuff has been kind of interesting. I haven't really been enjoying too much. It used to be I loved the detective run with Tomasi, and I didn't like as much the Batman run, which was King, and now it's Tynion, and that's gotten better. And I think the detective run has kind of slacked off a little bit. I haven't really enjoyed too much of this Two-Face, Church of Two-Face run. It's been okay. But then they bring in the Joker from the New 52, that Joker that has a staple on face. I hate that Joker. Probably one of my least favorite Jokers. And they haven't really explained why his face now is back to normal for Joker War. Maybe I did, and I missed it in another book. But so I read that. I don't know. See, Batman to me, I like the Batman in that book is kind of a weird mix. I don't see my Batman at the end of the book. Batman had Two-Face strung up to like a big battery, and he's getting ready to do a little Black Ops type torture on him. I don't see Batman. I don't know. I guess you can see Batman as a type that would torture, and I guess if he beats the living crap out of some criminals, that's, I guess, to a degree, torture. But I don't know. That just kind of struck me as kind of odd. I think the book I'm still enjoying is Batman's Grave. The dynamic in that book between Alfred and Batman is some of the best stuff I've seen from that dynamic in any book in a long time since Alfred, cashed in. Alfred is an integral part of the team here, drawing on years of worth of experience when he was in the British Secret Service, using that knowledge, helping Batman out, really getting in with the gear. He's more than a manservant. He's more than Batman's surrogate father in this book. He's all that, but he's also an integral part of the team. I really like that dynamic, and I wish that had extended to a lot more of the Batman books. Now, this book is written by Warren Ellis, who I guess people have known, has had some stuff thrown his way. I'm not going to get into the whole stuff that's going his way and all the stuff. I'm just going to look at it from the perspective of Batman and him being one of the better Batman writers. I really enjoy his Batman, his Alfred, really good stuff. So if you guys haven't been reading Batman's Grave, I don't think they've released a trade on it yet, even though it's up to 7 issues. So the trade must be coming soon. Look for a trade on that. I really enjoyed that. It's been one of my favorite Batman books, probably next to the original Batman run that's going on right now. The stuff that's going on with the designer and stuff is pretty good. Now, I noticed, of course, this stuff with Two-Face and Joker is going to be tying into this whole Joker war thing that's going to be running through the next, I think, 5 or 6 issues of Batman and Detective. It's also running through a bunch of books I don't read, like Nightwing. There's like 5 books of that, Harley Quinn, and I think a few other books. I'm not going to read those. I'm not going to get sucked into reading Nightwing to keep up on the story, and I hope that the Joker war story is encapsulated enough within the Batman titles I do read to keep me interested in that storyline. We shall see. I'm not a big fan of the Nightwing run, and Harley Quinn, not so much. So I don't want to have to, I'm already buying a bunch of books, even though they're gone, they're lost in limbo. And, I don't know. I don't even know. I know Death Metal came out. I haven't read that yet. That's in my lost limbo books. Hopefully they'll come out sometime soon. Who knows? I'll get it. Otherwise, I may have to go to my dubious source and read that too. I've heard it's good. Didn't really read The Last Metal, which led into Batman Who Laughed. I wasn't so much into that, so I don't know how much I'm going to get into this, but we'll see. I did finish up Deceased. I thought the 3-issue run of Deceased was pretty good. It struck me as a little short. I liked seeing things from the villain's perspective, which was basically what it was, Deceased from the villain's perspective. But it was interesting, and it was short enough to read it. So I enjoyed that, and I finished that up. I know they also came out with hey, Batcave, jump on in here. You got the link. In fact, I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link. I'll drop it. And hopefully some people will shoot in here. So there it be. For anybody who wants to jump in, make it easier. There's another Deceased book out at World's End, I think it's called. I haven't read that yet. I've gotten 2 issues of that digitally. So I hope to read that today. I've been slowly trying to get caught up on my books. I'm also reading a book I just got in from Eagle Moss for Star Trek in one of the collections called Star Trek, the newspaper strips. I'm enjoying that. Basically what happened on that is it's a very obscure set of comics for Star Trek. What happened is right after the first movie came out in 1979, newspapers ran an ongoing weekly and daily comic strip in the newspapers. Daily, it was in black and white. Weekly, it was in color. And it ran for like 5 years, but very little big papers picked it up because they were already running a lot of stuff like Spider-Man and Flash Gordon, Dick Tracy, and stuff like that. They didn't want to pick up Star Trek. So it wound up in a lot of smaller newspapers. And it wound up in the Springfield paper here in Springfield, Mass. And I, for about 4 years, got the paper and cut out the strip and collected them into a book. I still have them somewhere of all the strips I cut out. Well, now they've been collected before. I think IDW came out with a trade, hardcover trade on them a few years back. And now the Eagle Moss collection has already put out, I only have volume 1 because I'm only up to like 16 volumes. But I started getting that. So I'm reading that. And I'm really enjoying that. It was made for newspapers. So obviously there's that thing you see in newspaper comics where you'll get a lot of recaps and you'll get a lot of story kind of recycling as they try to catch daily viewers. It reads like a newspaper strip, but it's fun, and I'm really enjoying that. Very pulpy. Reminds me of the Gold Key stuff. So we got Summit Comic Book Hunter. TK is in the chat. I know I've see if there's a few other people jump in here. So what else have I been doing? Well, besides the ham radio stuff that you see here to my left, I've been also doing a lot of getting back into horror movies. You guys on Instagram have probably seen I've been doing a week of spider movies and bug movies, things like Tarantula, The Great Spider Invasion, Kingdom of the Spiders, The Deadly Mantis, all that type of stuff. So I've been starting getting into collecting Blu-rays again. And some 4K stuff. For a while there, I slacked off on physical media. Now I am kind of just collecting the stuff I really enjoy, the real obscure 70s and 80s horror film stuff. Hey, what's up?
What's happening? Let me put my headphones in real quick.
No problem.
Haven't seen you in a minute.
Is that drink good? Heineken Light? It's okay. It's like Heineken Light. You know, what can you say? That's good summer beer because it goes through you quick. So maybe TK.
What is that, White Claw?
No, White Claw. White Claw. Looks like a White Claw, though, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I totally thought it was.
Pammy-ass fucking seltzers shit. Some of us drink real beer. Real light beer.
I drink my Bud Light, so yeah, real beer.
That's all right. So I don't know if you got in here early enough to see that FedEx lost my entire month of comic books.
That's crazy. And you said because they had to ship it, what was it, FedEx to USPS, or was it the opposite way?
No, it was that way. That for some reason now FedEx is shipping stuff 3/4 of the way and handing off the final delivery to the postal service. And I've been finding that handoff hasn't gone too smooth. I've lost a couple things, but this is the first time I've lost any of my comic book shipments, which is supposed to be here last week.
Yeah, that's crazy.
$80 worth of books, everything that's come out since the stuff has come back. So that sucks.
Hell yeah, brother.
So hopefully if I don't get them, I'll have to contact the Discount Comic Book Service and either have them reship or refund.
So $80, that's like quite a few books.
Yeah, especially when you get a discount. I would say it's probably 30 books.
Yeah.
25, 30 books at least.
And then, so have you at least been like catching up with the digital or anything? Or
as I said, I've gone to my dubious sources.
Yeah, the underground. Yeah.
Some stuff online. I think I bought the shit. I paid my money, so I don't feel bad.
Right, exactly. Yeah, screw you guys, man. Like,
well, yeah, I've read some, but not all. I read the stuff I was, mainly interested in. A lot of the independent stuff, which I buy a lot of that stuff digitally, anyways. Some of it I don't. And some of the Batman DC stuff. I'm not buying a whole lot. I am buying a lot of different covers, so I'm wondering if this stuff goes in the permanent loss column. Some of the variant covers that I've ordered, I'm sure I'm not going to be able to get now. So,
like the incentives and all that, you mean?
A lot of stuff is very. I'm doing like they suckered me into buying a lot of the covers for Batman and Detective, so I'm buying a lot of card stock. Yeah, so I'm sure some of that stuff I won't be able to get, but hey, maybe this will just either push me finally over to the edge to digital, or Plan B, which is what I was doing over the summer, which is just waiting a couple months and waiting for Midtown, because I tell you, you save a lot of money on buying a couple months later, even on those card stock variants. A lot of those card stock variants at Midtown are like $1.50, $1.50. And these are things that are costing $6 out of the gate. And you can get them a couple months later for like a couple bucks.
Yeah, so why not? It's that FOMO though, huh?
Yeah, it's that nice thing of having a book when it comes out. be able to talk about, discuss it. Obviously, if you're a month behind reading shit.
Yeah, all your videos are
I'm
going to
not
be
going to
a
jump
little.
on a lot of videos going, yeah, everybody's talking about the new books. I go, well, I'm fucking 2 months behind.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. So we'll see what happens.
That's kind of like what happened. I finally went and got some books, some new books, and I got Something's Killing the Children. Had to pull that one, number one, because I think there's only, how many are there? Three or
Seven of them now, actually.
seven? Okay.
The first arc was 1 to 6, and 7 starts a new arc. In fact, the trade came out for that. There's a trade out for the first 6.
I should have just bought that fucking trade.
Yeah, probably at this point, maybe better off to buy the trade, because those books are probably going to be fairly expensive, I would imagine, just because they're pretty popular. Same thing happened with Basketful of Heads. The price shot up on some of those too.
Is this the first print of this? Do you know?
What issue is that?
One.
I don't know. That could be a variant cover. I don't think that was the original cover.
No.
They usually don't. They used to tell you when you look on the inside of a book if it was second printing down at the bottom, but now.
It's second print.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, right
Usually
there.
What they do now is they change the color. Like I think that cover was red originally. Now it's gold.
Ooh.
They did the same thing with like all those reprints on Batman 92s. All they did was change the colors on them.
Right.
So
yeah, I was, I'm behind in that one. Something's Killing the Children. That was a good read.
Yeah, it's a great book.
The Man Who Fucked Up Time. I got number 3 this week, or last week. I mean,
I got the first 2, and I think number 3 is lost.
Do you have to read number 2? Because I heard somebody say they're almost like their own little stories.
You don't have to, but I would definitely try to read number 2 if you could.
Yeah, because
you don't have to. You could gotta jump around. Number 3 was pretty good. I read that already.
See, I haven't read it because I'm like, I don't want to read it because I haven't read number 2. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want to screw it up.
Yeah.
And then this one. Did you get this one?
No, not really. I'm not really into Rick and Morty. I probably would like it, but I haven't really watched it.
Oh, really? You haven't?
No.
Oh, dude, you would love it, Scarpad, for sure.
Yeah. I like a lot of that Nickelodeon stuff, a lot of the older type vibe.
Well, it's just old grandpa who's pissed off at the world, who tries to go different dimensions and screwing people over. It's great, dude.
Yeah, I've heard it's good. It's on my list. I think it's on Netflix, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know if it is. I know it's on Cartoon Network. Or no, Adult Swim.
Yeah, I think it's in the app, yeah.
Yeah, Adult Swim in the app, but you don't get the new stuff. But it's still a great show just to watch. You don't have to watch it in order. You can jump around.
Yeah, I still watch that. I watch Robot Chicken a lot. I like that.
Oh, yeah. See, if you like Robot Chicken, you would love that show.
Other than that, I've been doing a lot of buying a lot of Blu-rays, DVDs, and Blu-rays. Mostly Blu-rays. A lot of horror stuff from the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. So I've started buying physical media again. A lot of stuff is getting cheap out there now. Even the 4K stuff is dropping, and so I've been buying a lot of older movies and such, and watching a lot of that stuff.
Oh man, I've been getting some good movies too. Like every time I go to Walmart, I go and take through that little $3 bin, the $5 bin, pick at least 2 movies, 3 movies. I like to get the like the laugh out loud with like Adam Sandler, all 4 movies or whatever. I like to get those because you get more for your money. 4 movies instead of just 1.
Yeah, a lot of the movies I buy from the studios like Scream Factory, Arrow, they're a little bit more expensive because they're more like collector's editions. Like I bought the Arrow put out one for RoboCop that has the unrated director's cut redone with all the extras. Same thing for Reanimator and a few other than those. So I like getting the movies I really like. I don't mind paying a little bit more for if they come with good stuff. But that's what I've been kind of doing now. Is grabbing a lot of the stuff, and now a lot of the stuff's being re-released in 4K. Like I picked up the 4K Top Gun, which is kind of what a cheesy movie, but it's still enjoyable to watch.
How is that in 4K? Did it really matter?
Yeah, it made a big difference. It really, yeah. Some movies, especially that movie with all the photography, the aerial stuff, and the Dolby Atmos sound. It sounded really good. I picked up the Blues Brothers in 4K. That looked and sounded really good. What else? I want to get The Shining in 4K. You know, another one that's really fantastic. Probably the best older movie I've seen on 4K was Jaws. Looked awesome.
Really?
Jaws looked fantastic. Looked like a movie that was made yesterday. It looked so good. You know. But some of the movies, you know, some of them get grainier because they were shot on film, and when you blow them up, you know, they look grainy. But some of them look really, really good. So if I get them for a good price, like it's under $15 or something like that, like I picked up the Tom Cruise version. Remember the Tom Cruise version of War of the Worlds from a few years back?
Oh yeah.
That was kind of a wild movie. I kind of like that. So I picked that up in 4K. I haven't watched that yet. But there's a lot of good stuff coming out. But I'm packing the shit up because I'm moving. So I'm buying stuff. It's just making my job harder.
When are you moving? I missed that part.
Probably within the next couple of months. The house is sold. So they told me I can take my time. Plus the other place I'm moving to, I'm doing some renovations. So I have to wait for that to get done before I can start moving my stuff. But I'm boxing, and I still got like 20 short boxes over here.
I saw that, yeah.
All that crap.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to have to get a moving company to move a lot of the stuff. I got just way too much of it.
Yeah, I used to do that as a profession move. It just
sucked.
Well, especially here because we get, I'm 10, 15 minutes away from Paso Robles, and that's where it gets super hot, like 110, 112. Mm-hmm. And moving in that weather, dude, just sucks so bad. I almost broke my legs because this dude had a gun safe, and it was just, it was. I started getting hurt.
That's why you always see you go to these moving companies' websites, because I've been looking at a few of them. Every single one I've looked at has a pair of guys moving pianos.
Those are bitches. Those are bitches. You have to, those. It's crazy moving a grand piano, bro.
Oh my God.
It's so scary. You got to put it on these.
All my shit's got to go into the basement of the house I'm going into, so these people got to go downstairs.
Oh, they're gonna hate you. They're gonna hate you.
Oh well.
Yeah, who cares?
That's what they get paid for. But
exactly.
At least most of my stuff's in boxes, though, so it won't be that bad. It's just a lot of boxes.
Yeah. My advice would be just make sure nothing's too heavy so you don't burn out the dudes. Because that shit sucks.
Some of it is
short boxes are cool. That's fine. You just stack them up on the dolly.
Well, no, I try to not overpack stuff if possible. Some of it is heavy and there's nothing you can do about it. But
right,
like even like books and stuff like that, I kind of purposely didn't put as many as I could in there and stuff like that.
Yeah, like smaller boxes and shit. Are you going to be staying in the same state?
Yeah, I'm just moving right down the street.
Oh, okay.
literally about a mile down the road, my mom's house. So, as I said, a lot of renovations are going to have to go in. I have to totally redo the basement. So, talking to a guy about that this week. Hopefully, that can get started working on. So, because I need a place to move all my 25 years of crap here.
So, is that how long? 25 in your in that same house?
Yeah, I've been 25 years in this house. Yeah,
a lot of accumulation.
And I got a 4-ton dumpster I already filled and got taken out of here. So I got rid of as much crap as I could.
Right.
A lot of crap.
Gosh, man, I know. Try to give the mover some shit too. Like, here, you want that? You want that?
Well, that happened a lot with the guy that came to clean me out. The dumpster crew with guys I went to high school with, so they got a lot of good shit. They went out with a lot of stuff I was tired. They want that? You want that? You want to take it?
Yeah. Fucking get it out of my hair. Get it out of my sight.
But so That's the thing too. You get that transition time between one address to another. So that's why I figured, shit, they might lose my stuff. I better get a PO box. That way, I have a frame of reference for a few months, and then they end up losing my shit anyway. So
That sucks, bro. Ugh. I hate when the mail loses my shit. I thought the mail lost my AOK from Mark the Cuddy Sark, but it finally came.
yeah, well, that's why I think I'm gonna. I think I have one more pull, like another $80 pull from Discount Comic Book Service, and then I think after that I might go back to my LCS. I have two. Go back to the one that's over the line in the next state for me. He's the best one. The only trouble with that is it's tough to get. You know, it's nice to be able to go into a list of comics coming out and seeing the actual variant covers and just ordering them and know you're going to get them. You know,
Yeah.
It's tough because, like for example, a book like Detective, like they probably come out with like 5 variant covers, and I usually pick I love the Matina covers and I love the a couple of the other covers. So there's maybe 2 other covers I get, but I look at what's coming out on a monthly basis. I go by the cover. I like that. I may not get a Matina if I like another one, like an art germ or something better. And when you go to an LCS, you know, the guy, you either have to say to the guy, pull me all the variants, which I don't want to buy all the variants, or, you know, it's tough to do that. It's tough to get the covers you want. And if you walk in there on a Wednesday, it's a crapshoot to whether you're going to get a variant cover or not that's sitting on the shelf. So that's the only thing that's nice about getting things online, you know, as opposed to going to a local guy.
Yeah, and then, well, what was cool about, I've only been to my LCS twice, dude. Last week and the week before. And each day I went a day late. That's how it worked out, you know?
Yeah.
And, but I could tell there's not too many people around here who are going after too many variants, or if they are, then they're already gone by the time I'm there. You know what I mean? Like, because it seemed like they had a shit ton of books. Like they have back issues from like even like Batman 80.
Yeah.
Oh, in the 80s still.
Well,
so
my local comic book guy works is he has a wall, and he has the thin wire racks. So all the books, like the whole thing is new. The whole wall is pretty much new section divided by I think it's alphabetically. But he'll put the new stuff in the front, and then in the back he'll put the last 2 or 3 issues. And then after that, you have to go to the boxes to get anything that's older than that. But I find a lot of thing that sucks is the way it's in there is all the books are sitting like this.
With no bags and boards?
With no bags and boards, no.
Yeah, and they're all leaning. Yours starting?
Yeah, and there's nobody. My other LCS guy, he doesn't bag and board anything either, but he has pocket stuff. But I find that the books, even on the first day, like I'm not really anal about like getting things at like a 9.8, 9.9. You know,
as long as it's not bent, right?
I don't want things bent. I don't want the spines bent, and that's why I find start happening when you pile these on top of each other.
Yeah, they start.
They're leaning, they're getting bent, and you're buying a $5-6 book. You know, it should look fairly new. I was tipped off. There's a guy that comes in. He's a regular customer. The guy gets his books. He goes in there on a Tuesday. He sorts out all his books, and then they're on the wall for Wednesday. And the guy comes in. He doesn't buy his books, but he goes to the back where the guy's sorting, and he goes through all the books because he wants to get the best ones, the best covers before they go out on the shelf. Hey, absolutely.
Wow.
How's it going? Thanks for coming in.
Well, that's kind of.
So that's the thing. I mean, the books themselves are just, they get dog-eared out there. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't know if I'm going to go back to the LCS.
Do you know how how do all the comics come to the LCS?
In a big box.
In a big box, just stacked up on top of each other, and just
Pretty
okay.
much. And then they
Gotcha.
strip them all out and they put them up on the wall. So a lot of these books are coming in already not in great shape. And now
Right.
people are really bitching because now with going to all these new distributors, there's no guarantee you're going to get your books. Some of these guys they want to pull their book off the shelf, go get it slabbed. And those days maybe are going to be kind of over with. I think it'd be very hard pressed to find one.
Well,
That's what's nice about going to discount is, your books coming in. I get them bagged and boarded, so they're coming in. Everything is bundled together. Nothing's moving around. I do get things in pretty good shape. So,
well, also too, it's you can consider the people that work at Diamond know that they're working as a distributing company for comic books, so probably most of them are a little bit comic book, fans.
yeah,
So they probably would take care of it a little bit more than, let's say, a DHL or whoever else is. I heard that shops are trying to buy distributions, like certain shops, or I forget. They didn't say exact names or who, but how is it going to be distributed if it's not going to be through Diamond? Is it going to be through shops and they're going to get big?
yeah.
I don't
Well,
get
hey, we saw that. Look at the past. I mean, back when I was growing up, I was a kid. We were getting comic books in drugstores on wire rack spinners. They tended to stay in fairly good shape. Some of them were. We didn't care when we were kids, but a lot of people got their books off spinners and they were in fairly good shape. So I think they'll work it out. I'm more than likely going to stay getting my books mail order, and I'm just going to change the address so that hopefully they'll get to my mom's place and they'll leave it in a reasonable spot as opposed to trying to ship things and getting things handed off. But
yeah, and just
hopefully I get
more.
So I'm going to be cutting back. I'm cutting back on a lot of books anyways. I'll probably always buy the Batman stuff, but I don't think I'm going to buy it in as much quantity as I've been buying it. And the Star Trek stuff. Other than that, I might just wait for sales. Midtown, all those guys, and TFAW, they have great sales. The only thing that kills you doing a lot of the sales is shipping.
Yeah.
I've had good luck buying stuff off eBay. Even I've been filling in some of my back issues off of eBay.
It seems like eBay's getting a little better, huh? People have been talking about.
At least the last few guys that I've been buying stuff off have been using shippers instead of putting things in a paper bag.
Envelope, folding it in half.
Actually,
here you go.
The worst person to buy anything from, don't ever buy a graphic novel or a hardcover paperback or even from Amazon, man. They really effed up your stuff. I've gotten so much stuff from Amazon in paper bags, just bent in half.
That's when you order something big too, so they put it in a bigger box. I remember, dude, I have this huge box behind me. I swear it was for this thing, this little art board, and it's pretty big. But that thing came in a box that was 3.5 feet long, 3 feet tall. It came with that. I think my my video game Batman, Arkham City, that came in that box for some reason too. If you order some, it seems like they try to find a box that'll fit all your shit in it and then send it to you. At least that's how it's been for me. If I order multiple.
Now, here's a good question about Batcave, if he's still in here. But so, have you watched or are you interested in any of the reveals for the upcoming new consoles coming out, PS5s and the Xboxes? Where are you standing on that? Do you have a console right now?
I do, but I'm always the one that's behind one. So so I have an Xbox 360 right now. So I don't have the Xbox.
That's a cheap way of doing it, actually.
Yeah. So I'm always one behind. But my friends still get it and shit, so I can still go play. I'm sure one of them will. So, I'm not a big. I am a gamer, but I'm not like big into. Oh man, I gotta get this brand new game. I
Right.
gotta get the new console because I know how the consoles work, dude. That thing's gonna be $1,200. You know, $1,300.
No, I think it'll be no, the consoles I think will be
8.
under six. No, I think especially Sony, who learned their lesson by putting out a really expensive PS4, and then they got creamed by Xbox. I don't think they'll do that again. I think, and that's why there's two versions of it. There's one with a disc, a 4K disc drive, and one without, a digital edition, because they'll get that digital edition in fairly cheap, and then the one with the 4K disc drive will probably be a little bit more money. I'm saying, I think it'll be $599 and
$650 or something for the upgraded.
yeah, no, I think the discless one will probably be about $400 to $500, and the one with the disc will be somewhere between $500 and $700. I would think.
Now, are they gonna? Because isn't it? Which can you play old games on the newer systems?
The new PS5, I think,
Discs?
will allow you to play PS4 games. Yes.
PS4. See, but you won't be able to play PS3 or any of the other ones, huh? But most of them you can download them pretty cheap, I think now, right?
Yeah, I don't know about PS3. I don't think PS3. I think PS4 will be the lowest entry point. Now the Xbox One lets you play a lot of Xbox 360 and older Xbox games. I think the new one is going to be the same.
Yeah.
The new one is not coming out with two versions, I think, which is interesting because Xbox came out with that digital only version along with the one that's out now, but now they're not doing that for the new console. I picked up because with me with consoles, I go through love-hate relationships with them. I'll buy them and I'll say, "What the fuck? I'm not playing the fucking thing. I sold it." So I must have had an Xbox One about 5 fucking times, and sold the fucking thing. So even though I used to buy a lot of stuff digitally, anyways. So I have a big library of games, even though I never had consoles. So when Xbox came out with a digital-only edition, I saw one for like $100 on Black Friday. So I picked it up, and I said, "What the hell? I got all these games anyways, so I might as well do it." And I don't mind the digital-only thing. The only thing that sucks is you got to buy a larger hard drive because some of these games are big now.
Dude, they're huge. Some of them
I
are
don't
crazy.
like digital-only stuff. I don't like. Getting up to fucking pop out a disc and all that bullshit. I hate doing that with games. I can see with movies, but games,
Right.
I mean, you're going to play a game a lot. You don't want to have to pop it in and out every time you want to play a game.
Right. I just leave my shit in there. Hopefully. I leave it in there for so long that I forget what game's in there. Like you said, I play and
So
I
I
don't.
can see myself if they come out with a digital-only version for the PS5, if it's a couple $100 less, I can see myself buying that. But I'm like you. I'm not going to buy anything right away. I'm going to see how things shake out.
See the bugs in it because there's always bugs.
Well, especially now, Xbox is doing it pretty smart, and they're doing it like a PC. They say this game's going to come out. It's going to run on every system. The only difference is it doesn't run as well on the older Xbox. Like a PC. Where if you have a state-of-the-art PC, you can run your game in 4K. If you have a shitty one, you can run it in 1080p. If you have a real piece of crap, you can run it in low resolution when everything is like that.
Yeah, no shadows.
Yeah, you can still play the game if you want to, And
Right.
With the new system, I think that's kind of smart,
Super smart.
It all depends if the motherfucker's playing Halo with me, and I'm on my fucking 4K badass motherfucking system, and some asshole with a fucking piece of shit 360 like you.
Yeah.
And everything starts going like this.
And ping is all messed up. Kill the flash over there.
Swat him.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. But we'll see.
I'm excited. I want to see what games they come out.
He leaves you in a fucking lurch, that guy. Watch out.
Say what?
Don't play a video game with Perry. He's not a good teammate.
Oh, dude, I've watched him. I've watched him with you guys a bunch of times.
Watch right now.
Yeah, watch that.
But Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't I packed up on my show. I haven't. It's all packed up. I haven't even been playing. So
And it's why? I guess you have your video, your DVDs and stuff, right? And then
yeah,
your
I
computer.
packed it. I cut out like a shelf of DVDs I wanted to watch, and I packed the rest of the. I got like freaking. I probably have like freaking 1,200 DVDs,
Dang.
just TV stuff. And I just packed it. I said I can't wait to pack that stuff. And that shit's gonna be heavy when the movies come out to move those things. Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Do you have any big furniture that you're worried about?
rocks.
Oh yeah, exactly. Get the back braces on. Do you
So,
have any big furniture or anything?
uh, no. Well, I got a couple of recliners, a couple of lazy boy recliners that are gonna go.
Yeah,
That's
not
about
much.
it. Most of the other stuff, I think I got pretty much rid of. You know, I'll buy a new. I need a new couch, so I'm gonna buy a new couch when I get to the new location, stuff like that. So
Shit, man, I was worried about you for a minute. I just kept seeing all these scar pad boxes. I'm like, dude, does he get rid of his fucking collection? What's going on, man? And it
yeah,
was funny, and nobody really heard from you either. And we're like,
should have a tag sale. Well, it's tough because I said it's been trying to do all this moving stuff and get things fixed up. So it's been kind of hard. Plus, as I said, I have nothing to really talk about because I lost all my fucking comic books.
hey, we love your rants, bro. We love you.
Some fucking mailman is sitting out and fucking eating his fucking ham sandwich, reading my Batman. He's reading my fucking Batman book.
He is. He's like, oh, this stupid motherfucker. Oh.
All gonna be pages all be stuck together and fucking mayonnaise and shit in them. And these
Some
are,
mustard stains.
man, I love the motherfuckers.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Well,
Yeah, that's a.
everyone here. I have a book from back in the '80s. They used to DC themselves. You could subscribe to their comics through the mail. You know, a yearly subscription. So I had a yearly subscription to something. I think it was Batman or something back in the early '80s.
Yeah.
And they used to just mail them with like just a sleeve slipped over the comic book. And I still got one of those in its original sleeve, and you know it's kind of like bit in half because it would just come in with your mail. So the book itself would just be bent.
Oh.
And that's how DC themselves used to mail out their comic books. So I guess I really can't complain about today.
Gotcha.
So, but other than that, so what else have you read this week? Anything else?
Just went through all the books that I have, and I haven't read most of them. I picked up The Clock,
I
and
heard about that. I've never read it though.
yeah, read that. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's about the population of the world and how normally it's exponentially raising, but for some reason there's this weird cancer that they can't figure out. It's really weird. It's almost like you know how Ebola, is that what it is? Ebola like kills you so fast that it doesn't spread really.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's almost like that. This cancer, like it goes
Well,
so
another book
fast.
that's like that. If you haven't picked, if you can pick it up, I'd recommend. There's two books. Would be the new one that just came out, The Resistance. That's pretty good. The second issue of that just came out, I think, last week. And the other one is Pandemica, or Pandemica, I think it's called. That's pretty good too. That's worth seeing. That's worth reading. Either of them
Pandemic. And what was the other one?
was The Resistance.
Resistance.
That's the one of those new AWA Upshot ones. That might be kind of tough to get. I don't know. I haven't seen that in the shop at all.
I think I saw that the other day when I went.
I got issue 1 off the internet, I think, off eBay, and issue 2 came out, but of course I haven't been out to a. I got that. I have a ton of those showcase comics. I have a multitude of them.
I didn't really like this Joker story.
Yeah, I didn't really like that. The showcase one is okay. They feature different villains and different takes on things. They were okay.
Yeah, I guess this was kind of more of the an origin story of. I think he's an imposter. He has to be because, like, you see his paint in his face and stuff like that. That's really what I read over the past couple days. Before that, I read The Man Who Fucked Up Time 1.
Yeah.
That was a killer. Love that one. Super interesting, and I just I like everything about that book, really. The art,
Mhm.
how it's told, it's sweet. Something is Killing the Children. That was another killer book. Really enjoyed that one. Like I said, everybody's been talking about it, so
Yeah,
I
I think
have.
if you go up on Amazon, I know you can get that pretty cheap for the trade.
Yeah,
Pick the
I'm gonna
trade
do
up.
that. And then I don't know. You were here last week on my show, right? Isn't that when you pulled out the
Yeah,
dog? Oh, there's Perry. What up, Perry?
there's the bad teammate. Hey, Perry,
There's the. We were just talking about you, dude.
whoa, your ears must have been ringing because we were talking about your video game habits, or lack thereof. You
Like
want to
their teammate.
pop in the stream here. We got a little bit more to go. We were talking um, video game consoles. Be interested to hear your take. What you are going to be getting, Perry, now that you're a multi-millionaire with your new Perry Reacts channel.
Ooh,
Um,
7,000. Best gamer.
yeah.
Worst teammate, best gamer. How about that?
Hey,
Hashtag.
sometimes the worst teammates are the best gamers. Sad to say, that's just the way it works. But be interested to see if Perry's going to put a couple rubles together from his multitude of money and buy himself a new console when they come out.
Dude, he had 200 and I think 60 people in his premiere video. One of them that I watched.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, bro.
yeah. Well, now he can, he's supposed to be moving out of that plague state of Florida and moving up to the plague state of New Jersey sometime soon. So just swapping one plague state for another. But hopefully he'll be shooting videos at the same time. And he's branching out now. I think I saw, of course, he did that Goodwill Hunting reaction. He actually did one on a Alfred Hitchcock movie from the 40s, Rope. So my man Perry is actually getting very esoteric on his movie reviews. Now, Perry, it's about fucking goddamn time. You haven't done one goddamn Godzilla movie? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I bet you Perry has
not one Godzilla. I'm not talking about Godzilla King of the Monsters, which is a good movie. You should do it because it's new. But for God's sake, man, do a classic Godzilla. Start off with the first Godzilla. Get yourself the original Japanese version with the subtitles. Yeah, you gotta read, Perry, but you'll get.
He's been watching.
He's
been watching some subtitles.
And then pick yourself another classic Godzilla movie like Destroy All Monsters. That's what I would recommend. Let's see that.
You know what we did in a film analysis class in high school? We
the monsters like 3 hours. I don't know. It was long, but it wasn't that long. The new Godzilla movie's okay, but nothing's better than the old classic Godzilla. You gotta have
the classic King Kongs.
Yeah, you gotta have a man in the suit. If that's not a fucking little Japanese guy in a Godzilla suit, I don't want to see it.
Mecha Kong.
Mecha Kong is great. King Kong escapes. He's got that laser beam. Do Godzilla versus Megalon. That's a great one. That's a classic. They're doing wrestling moves and stuff. Good stuff.
And they're in their suits.
And they're in the suits, yes.
Yeah, it's great. But yeah, in our film analysis class, we started with the first King Kong, and then which was like in the 30s, wasn't it? Or like I forget.
Yeah,
it was
the first one was 1933. Yeah. I also took film analysis in college. Now, Perry, have you gone and taken yourself a film analysis class?
He has John.
He's got John. Oh, okay.
Yeah, John.
Once I see Perry start doing things like the Kane Mutiny or what's the other one? The one everybody does with Rosebud.
Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane. Then I know he has arrived into the echelon of film movie critiquers, reactors. So
That movie's about Hearst,
yes.
William Randolph Hearst, and his castle's right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like we're literally 30 minutes away from his castle, probably 45. It still has zebras out there, bro. It's crazy. It is. It's nuts. You're all driving down the highway 1 and you see zebras and shit. You're like, what the fuck? Right next to the ocean.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, Perry. You're gonna update your console. You're gonna get yourself a PS5 when it comes out. I mean, I want to be interested to see what the PS5 is going to allow for streaming of video games. Whether they're going to take it up another level, because obviously the PS4 doesn't. John's my film teacher. There you go. Obviously, the PS4 does an okay job when it comes to like doing streams, but maybe they're going to kick that up another level so that you can start doing a lot more intricate stuff with streaming on that console. We'll see.
I knew he was an Xbox guy. So when is the Xbox? Perry.
I forget. Does Perry have an Xbox? I thought he had a PS5.
Yeah, right there in the comments. Xbox, baby.
Okay.
So when is Xbox coming out with their new stuff?
The new Xbox is coming out at the same time, I think, roughly. Sometime this fall, early winter. And there's going to be like a tower. It looks almost like a PC tower.
It's normally they come out September, right?
Yeah, but I think they'll be out for the holidays, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, that's what.
But this year, everybody's been out of work. How are people going to afford $500-$600 consoles?
Exactly.
I'm sure some of the big intense gamers will still buy it, but I don't know.
And like I said, I'm a generation behind. I'm playing Arkham City right now, on my Xbox 360. I don't even have internet over here, dude.
No, you don't have internet in your house? How are you on your phone?
Just mobile. Yeah, it's on my phone. Yeah, I don't really.
It is 2020. You can get internet now at the house.
Oh yeah. But we don't really need it. Like we don't even have a desktop. No need for a laptop. We have them, but don't use them. I mean, because you could do everything on your phone now, dude. Like, what do you need? I guess the only nice thing would be like streaming Netflix, but I watch my Netflix.
Yeah, but you can't. You can join. You can join these StreamYards on your phone, but you can't host them. You can't have 6 people.
Yeah, I can.
On your phone?
Yeah.
No,
yeah, I do it all the time.
I've streamed it through my phone.
You just have to.
You can go in and you can start one. I didn't think you could have multiple. Although, is that true? What do you have for a phone? Android or iOS?
Android.
Yeah. See, maybe Android is different. I think in iOS, I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can host a multiple.
So what you have to do is because you know how every site has a mobile site and desktop site. So you got to switch.
You usually have to go to the desktop site.
Yeah, and then boom, it's easy.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot harder to control though, because you got to use your fingers and it holds stuff and grabs it instead of just like clicking on it.
I have to try that on my iPad, see how it works.
Oh, I'm sure you could, dude.
But the only thing is, well, most of these phones have better, like your camera in your phone now looks better than the camera I'm using on my desktop.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And it's seven.
And that's
it's
not even the
720.
laptop one. It's a little cheapo camera.
Well, it might be dirty too. I bet you it's dirty.
Fuck you, dirty. I don't know. Don't tell me I got a fucking date. Here I am. I invite this fucking guy in my fucking stream. I haven't done a stream in fucking about what? 8 months. I invite this guy out. And he's telling me I got a fucking dirty camera. What?
Starting to be like TK now, huh? Your resolution, man.
That camera I ran out down my ass just to make it dirty, man.
But you do look. I think it's this light too, dude.
Could be. I have a bad backlighting back here.
Yeah, that's why mine's pumped up right now, so you can kind of see me more.
All right,
But
we're going
yeah,
on an hour here, so I guess I'm going to wind things down. So thank you for coming on.
yeah. Happy Father's Day.
Oh, I'm not father, but I do have a dog, so I guess I'm a fur father. So
Fur father.
fur father.
Yeah.
And I have a cat, so I'm a whatever that is.
A fur.
Feline father.
That's
Pussy
right. That's right.
Call me the pussy father.
Pussy daddy.
Pussy daddy. Pussy daddy. I like that. Call me pussy daddy. That's gonna be my thing. Hold on. Let me
Yeah, it's nothing to be scarred past. It'll be pussy daddy.
change my name on this and say I'm pussy daddy. Hold on.
No, I think you have to do it. Oh, maybe you can with the little button right down there, huh? Oh yeah.
Puss daddy.
Yeah.
All right. So hopefully my comics will show up within the next, couple months. And I'll get to read some more and I'll be able to jump on a few more streams and comment intelligibly, unlike Perry, about comic books, actually read them. And other than that, anything else? What do you have coming up? I saw you. So you've been doing some late night streaming, I see.
Yeah, it's been yeah, after everybody's been off, I've been kind of
The other night you called me you messaged me in IG, but it was like fucking 3 a.m. Normal people are fucking sleeping at 3 a.m.
Hey, I had K Titus come in. I had
I will admit I watched some of it. I did see some of it.
yeah, it was worldwide, dude.
Yeah.
It was sweet.
He's in Japan, so usually don't get him jumping in streams at 1 p.m.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you gotta stay up to the wee hours to get him.
Yep.
So you were,
But I'm not. I don't really have anything planned. I have some B footage of my comic shop, so hopefully I'll do kind of like a walkthrough. I still need to go. I've only been there twice.
When you go through into a walk shoot, now do you talk to the guy and tell him you're doing it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I just kind of held my camera up and like did a little picture, moved around and stuff.
My LCS is one might. That's the other guy wouldn't know. He wouldn't have it. He wouldn't have it. Yeah, he wouldn't know.
Yeah,
I do with my camera. He'd throw me out of the store probably.
I would have to. I have to catch. But like Biggie said, you could always pretend like you're on the phone streaming. It's like, oh yeah, hey.
Yeah, hey, look at this asshole. He's in the book books in the back fucking room.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm just on a phone call. Sorry, bud.
I was pretty cool about it, but I don't know if I do. I had to wait and see. But yeah, put that up. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, so I'm kind of working on that. And
before the pandemic.
Yeah, right. So hopefully, I want to talk to the guy and see if he'll actually let me do a little walkthrough, support his comic shop. We'll see. But hey, new comic book day Wednesday, and hopefully I'll be shooting some more footage and getting a video out.
All right, sounds good. All right, well, thanks everybody who came in, who's gonna watch this later on. Hopefully, I can start making these again on Sundays, especially now that I know I can do it on my iPad. Imagine that! I didn't know.
Please do it, Scarpad. We miss you, brother.
All right, we'll catch you later. Everybody have a good day. This is Pussy Daddy with some comic book hunter. Peace out.
Peace.